See?
Yeah, my bad, Mario. I ended the stream by accident. My bad. I'm looking at what we got here. Big old punch. We got grapefruit and blossom. We do the mango loco. How you doing, boss?
Good, how are you?
Good, man.
Hey, what's the address here? What's that? The address? Oh. Okay.
All right, we'll do this too. It's been busy for you guys today?
Not really.
No. So you got graveyard?
Yeah. It's all night and all day tomorrow. So I'm up 6 a.m. here. I have to go second job until 1 and then back 3.
What's the second job, man? Crazy.
I know. I just started.
Man.
Nothing to do. So if they go home, I sleep like 30 minutes and then wake up and again.
That's crazy, man. I appreciate the grind, though. You have a good one, man. Yeah, we got some gancitos. If you guys don't know what these are fire. You gotta freeze them, and they're absolutely delicious. Let's see here. Oh, and they put all chats. My bad. All messages. Let's see here. All right, what's going on, everyone? Gancito these nuts. What's going on, John? Row the Boater Art VR. How you guys doing? Justin, what's going on? We got some Monster Mango Loco. Dev, take flight. Alright, I'm gonna remove your message. Yeah, I know you guys are just in here for attention. You guys are more than welcome to just join the stream and mess around, but be polite about it. Yeah, these are so good. So these are basically like Mexican Twinkies. It's like a sponge cake with like strawberry filling and like a little bit of like, I don't know how to describe it, like marshmallow puff. Super good. Okay. Let's see, no glare here. Okay, perfect. Swift, what is going on, man? This live is nothing but nonsense. Swift, awesome stream today, by the way. More fishy, more Swift. You guys, I think you guys make a great duo. I appreciate it, Justin. Thank you. Honestly, Swift, I don't care if trolls come in here, but I think my policy is like you just remove their messages, and then it's fine what you did. That's cool, because I don't think he's gonna come back with anything else to say. But a lot of these guys, what I find out, that they just like attention, and if you give them another chance, they start acting right. Because like once you acknowledge them, they turn out to be like cool people. They're just misunderstood. Oh, you repeated it 3 times? Okay, yeah. I didn't see that. Have at it, man, girl. Have at it. I mean, what's the right word? If it's like super obscene, N-word being thrown out, yeah, go ahead, time him out. But if it's just like, diddy this, diddy that, then it's like, I know it's just a kid just trying to, like, I don't know, get attention. Yeah, exactly. All right, catch you later, Justin. Awesome stream today, brother. Yeah, Pat, some are weak sauce. Diddy got you on my channel. That's awesome, Swift. Yeah, unfortunately, the collab with Junior Buds didn't happen today. There was some unexpected money issues, but Friday, it's a for sure. It's a go-to, 100%. The thing is that, what do you call it? My girlfriend has her daughter in right now, and she's just a little impatient sometimes. And today's kind of like her last day before she goes back with her dad. And but Friday though, my girl doesn't have her, and then we'll be joining from like 6 a.m. We're gonna try to shoot for 6 a.m. and then we're gonna end it at 4. Catch you later, Justin. Faster than normal, but only 3 fish. All good, man. Man, I was fishing at Cerritos, or Mary was in it. I was fishing over at in Downey Regional Park, Wilderness Park. I didn't catch a single fish. I was there for like 4 hours, and they had just recently stocked like 3 days prior. I learned today that whoever hosts a stream for Duel gets the watch time. All my fish caught were on his stream, so I have no access to the footage. You know what? I was assuming that South Wisconsin. Hopefully, Fishy can download the live and then shoot it your way. Fish at my like or camera shy. I think the fish don't like me because I'm ugly. That's the only reason. last time I took the family there, and the young one caught like 3 trout all by herself. She casted it, she set the hook, and she was able to reel it in all by herself. But me and the missus were trying. We're throwing everything at him. We're throwing mice tails on 2-pound test. You could barely see it in the water, right? The lightest line that you could possibly get, fluorocarbon, on some like mosquito hooks. Not a single bite. Power bait, nah. Corn, no chance. Marshmallows, nope. Oh, who got deleted? Hey, me and my ops are gonna pull up on me. Chevy Warden. Pull up, Chevy. Chevy, if you actually pull up, bro, I'll buy him a chicken first, and then we'll get down. I'm right out over here on Camino Capistrano on Del Bispo, man. Pull up. I'd offer you a gansito, but we're all out. My fat ass ate them all. I like how I said I'm not gonna get McDonald's because I'm full. But then I was like, you know what? I have nothing to eat with this with this monster. I gotta make everything a fucking combo. I already know you're just gonna call the police. Will you be in a Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Prius? Chevy, I don't even know why we even got off in the bad foot, bro. I thought we could be the best of friends, but you just got beef with me, man. Oh, you know what? I'm in the Ford Focus right now, so that's probably why he's beefing with me. Chevy, brother, I know you just kind of want the attention, and I'm here for it. But don't incriminate yourself when other people can screenshot the chat, and if something, God forbid, does go wrong, it's not gonna be good, bro. And honestly, if you kill me, bro, you do me a favor, man, because I can't catch fish for shit. They ain't nothing to live for. Hey, Outdoor Fan, what's going on, man? Hey, Chevy, I'll tell you this, man. I'll let you save the energy, and you can just kick back. You can be a new subscriber and enjoy the stream. There's an awesome community in the chat right now with open arms. I know this is probably your troll account, but if you got another account that you're trying to boost up, we got many people out here for ready to support you, man. There's no need to go troll. I'm a troll myself, man. That's why these guys haven't kicked you out yet. Hey fam, I wasn't able to see the full stream. What was the final score, bro? We just checked. He's 11 years old. Man, Chevy, come on, bro. On your spring break. Jack Prepper, what's going on, man? Man, I lost my vape too. I was so... Oh no, here it is. Okay. What? 11-1? Dude. I bet you guys didn't even finish the innings. You guys had to throw in the towel early, man. That's crazy. What happened to Chevy's dad? Hey Chevy, if you need to spill out your emotions, bro, I know you're 11, but like, I mean, let's hear what you got to say, bro. What's going on in your mind, man? Yeah, they stopped in the 5th. They were supposed to play till the 7th. Dang, what? Because I think in high school there's still a mercy rule, I think. But we're here to listen, man. The goal of this channel is to make the troll supporters, bro. He's mad his mama bought regular Cheetos and not the hot Cheetos. I'd be pissed too, man. See, he's not responding anymore. He got the attention that he needed, and he realized that we're able to put up with it. So he showed himself the way out. He was like, "Man, this is not the type of reaction I'm gonna get. I came in here for the trolls, and now I'm getting therapy." So glad to see good people here, my friend. Everyone's good people, bro. Everybody was once a baby, man. Don't quote me on that. There are some people that are absolute pieces of shit. And not the person you think I'm talking about. No. We're talking about, like, what I meant was, at one point people were the best versions of themselves. You know what I mean? I think the main factor in a lot of people's demise is like mental illness, to be quite honest with you, and then the environment that they grew up in. Because in people's environments, we all come from different places, right? And we all experience some of the same stuff. Sometimes we experience something that is only isolated in certain environments that we're exposed to. And we need to learn methods to defend ourselves mentally and spiritually and physically, where that shapes us as the person that we become to this day. So the way people react sometimes is kind of like, it shows you what they've been through, if that, so to speak. Innocent and not poison, also a main factor. I'll say I'm a good guy until I ain't, and then you gotta ask yourself what did you do? Yeah, exactly, man. And Fat Cat, much respect, brother, because you were on the side where you didn't know who I was, and I know you did it for the reasons to protect your channel and to protect your community on your side of the page and stuff like that. But you were able to see through all of that, and now you're here. That is awesome, dude. So that's awesome, Fat Cat, that you personally persevered and was able to make decisions on your own behalf. Because sometimes in life, pride gets in the way of us trying to do the right things. There are connections that we have that it's like, if I do this, this is going to happen, and if I don't do that, then so on and so forth. I agree to a certain extent. I agree, but someone who has been through complete and total hell, I'm still out here actively trying to be an amazing person and spread nothing but love. And Mary, you were gifted with that ability. You are a special type of person where, despite your circumstances, you're able to persevere. And through that, some people are scared. They have the potential, right, to cross over into the greener side of the grass. But pride and them feeling like it's not going to go right for them because they feel like it's going to affect them personally it's what prohibits people from making those mature and open-minded decisions of giving everyone that love that they all deserve. Live by your own truth. Exactly. That's why I'm out here. I'm still doing the same thing that I've always been doing. I don't let other people decide my narrative, decide who I am as a person. Other people have helped me see that as well. And, spread love, positivity, an open hand solves a lot of things. We have to roll with the hand we are dealt. It's all hell if we let it rise up. Exactly. And I tell you, it would be so much easier if I could just go on this live stream and be like, letting my feelings come out and be like, blah, 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 F you, and then do all that. And then I feel better about it afterwards. But who does that really help? Who does that really benefit? Because now you start back to square one, and then there's no merit in that. Oh, there's a train coming. Dang it, CJ, you missed the train. I'll give you guys a view of the train. Choo-choo! Train! Another train! The Pacific Surfliner. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that type of attitude is also very infectious. It'll make people say and do things that they don't even mean. That's why I'm giving this guy the benefit of the doubt, man. I hear people say he's an amazing dude. And I've seen that side of him before, especially when I came into this community. But something along the way got misconstrued as one thing, and then it's like, I'm not going to tell him what to do or what to think, but I'm going to tell him, I'm going to try to lead him into the right path. I'm not going to hold his hand, but I'm going to leave my hand out there if he ever wants to grab and reach for it and then move on, essentially. I'm always ready for that conversation in a healthy environment. I don't want him to pop up in my stream and talk to me, because I feel like that's. I don't think he would, because it's like it's. I'd rather just solve this in private. I see a lot of channels that are nothing but hate and divide. We are the ones to work out the divisions that are imposed upon us. Yeah, man, like it's unfortunate. You're solid, bro. I appreciate it. I just hate people that get dragged into it too, because it's like friendships are being torn apart. It's like supports are losing channels are losing support. That you think it's not gonna be. It's like a chain reaction. You know what I mean? Just putting more salt in the wound that doesn't need to be there in the first place. Had this been solved a month ago, and then we could have been best friends, man. I mean, not best friends, but we could have been. We wouldn't mind seeing each other on the chats, and we would have been like, hell yeah, fish on, man. But like I said, people's pride gets in the way all the time, and it's like it's just time to throw in the towel and get over this fucking mess. If y'all haven't seen my community post, it was for these specific times. Everyone here, you're all important and loved. That's all that matters. Heck yeah. Because I mean, like, wouldn't that be so much more? Even then, okay, so say that we all get over it, right? And then we become friends again, or we become acquaintances. Wouldn't it be so much more impressive to everyone than to be like, oh man, that's cool, bro. You're standing your ground. You're keeping to what you believe in and stuff like that. Other than it's like, oh, you guys were able to overcome this difficult obstacle, persevere through it, and we're able to be adults and manage the own situation where you don't gotta bring people into it. You don't need to diminish other people's channels, and that's it. I don't know, but all this is just my opinion. But that's what it comes down to, right? Because I'm not who made me the gatekeeper of knowing what to do and doing you know what I mean? Who made me the person that's in charge of knowing what's the right thing to do? Sometimes a person needs to say it out loud, alone, in the mirror. All of that, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys talk to him, that's cool. That's no problem with me. That's not a problem with me whatsoever. If he's cracking jokes in the chat, I don't feel any self-conscious towards it, because why should I feel self-conscious about it? You're also an empath. It's what we do. Yeah, I gotta be an empath in all sorts of in all parts of my life. Like I said, I'm not a saint. Like, I gotta, I have to address things in my own personal lives and other relationships with my people where, I feel like we can all relate to that. No one's a saint. No one's higher above than anyone else. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to see. Because I know what it looks like to him. It looks like, oh, I'm becoming a saint and spilling out all these good vibes, or trying to make people think that I'm this bigger person and trying to put him in the spotlight of, like, look at him, look at what he's doing, stuff like that. But no, none whatsoever. Trust me, I've done a lot of things in my past, and I'm only 26, where I fucked up, and done wrong. I care more about how other people feel and their well-being than my own, and it's hard. I always want everyone to get along and be happy, and feel personally to blame when they don't. Yeah, it's difficult. Because I know the beginning of all this, I'll admit, like the beginning of all this, I was kind of not necessarily hating the guy, but I was just confused because I'm always trying to people please. I always want people to be my friend and stuff like that. So when people don't see it the same, where it's like, oh, he's this and that, and he's trying to trash, and it's like that kind of hurts my feelings in the sense of like, because I know I'm not that person, right? Where I would just talk about someone else's significant other in that manner. But I just, in general, just want everybody to like me and feel like I'm an important aspect of their community, and support them. Because I don't really have like a ton of friends in life and stuff like that, which is a surprise for some. But a lot of people have went their separate ways and whatnot. But in the beginning of all this, I was very confused. I had a lot of conflicting emotions, where it was like I didn't understand where he was coming from, and then because I remember he chimed in, and I couldn't see his chat, and I was like, oh, Randall, he's in the chat, and Berko's live stream, I believe, and which ultimately led to me talking with someone, and that's where it led up to, is like I had to be the bigger person and then not let that get to me, and then we're both kind of wrong in the situation. So I kind of just live by that. Like I said, like, I'm far from being a saint. I have my flaws too. Someone had to instill this in me before like I said, it's not my own doing. It's honestly someone helped me see the other side of things, and then I thought about it more, and then as it dragged on, I'll admit it, it annoyed me, but I just, when I saw his streams, I just felt bad for the guy, because I think I was being empathetic about was there was so much hurt that stemmed farther from what he was projecting, if that makes sense. You're all good, brother. We all in this long learning process together. No one is above their own judgment. Another thing is, sometimes say people things in the chat and they meant the complete opposite. We have to remember that all these texts and hundreds of people are going to take it how they want. Exactly. Maybe not how you want at the time or how you ever meant it to come out. Yeah. It is what it is right now, man. Like I said, the ball's not in my court anymore. I can just say whatever I want, and that's not going to do anything. I can bring up the screenshots, I can do all this stuff, but it's like when it comes down to it, it's just him taking his own steps and how he wants to go about it. But like I said, man, I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm honestly not. If he wants to go destroy his channel, that's his own doing. I don't think he should. He has a good amount of memberships going up. But if he wants to... This whole thing reminds me of like the NFL, like during like BLM, where everyone was burning their jerseys and stuff like that. But when all that passed over, they were just like, all right, is this all over with? All right, go Rams, you know? And they're back to doing live streaming and going back on YouTube, because that's what they love doing. That's cool, man. That's respectable. Because the guy's retired, right? So I'm not saying this in the mean way, like, oh, you know, he has nothing to do. What a loser. No, I'm not saying any of that sense. But when you're retired, I heard from a lot of people that you actually miss working because you were instilled like having this purpose of doing something. And for this person's specific, I guess, outlet would be YouTube. I don't know the guy personally, but I would predict that he likes YouTube. He likes being part of the community because it's something that he looks forward to every day, just like everyone else, and keeps him busy. So I don't think that he's going to destroy his channel and then that's the last time we'll ever see him again. I don't mean any ill harm or disrespect towards him whatsoever. But I'm sure he's going to stick around for a while, for a long time. And that's okay. Like I said, I like the dude. He's just confused. We all get confused. I don't watch NFL anymore. Don't kneel during my national anthem. But that anal itching cream Fat Cat recommended to me didn't work. I mean, one day someone was talking about horses in the chat, and I literally said, I fucking love horses, meaning being around them and riding them, not literally doing That's wild, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, the internet is a ruthless place, man. Did you use your finger too? Yeah, I turn back on those who take a knee in my country. Murphy, I have one that does. You can borrow it, but don't touch the tip. It's not funny, Orp. I got made fun of that for like a straight month. I'm screenshotting this, fam. I'm screenshotting this. Nah, bro. Just the circumstance was hilarious. Cause I would see that exact same thing. Like, I love fucking turtles. It's like, oh, this dude loves fucking turtles. Dude, what fucking gross, man. Smirky says, how y'all? Hey, y'all. I can't do it. I swear, man, I'm drinking Monster and I can't read for shit. One time, like, my literacy in reading was so bad. I used to be a kid that they got picked on in popcorn reading time in class. If you guys have ever done it, like you guys are reading a page, and there's always that one kid that never really took on learning how to read. So they always like choose his name to popcorn read because it'd be just hilarious in the class. I'd be like, oh fuck. Carp is where it's at. They got that lip motion. What the fuck? Chats get weird at night. I always got picked for popcorn reading because I read so fast. The main girl's just looking. We had a kid like that in our school. He always repeated the last word. It sounded like the guy in Goodfellas that says, "Gonna get the papers, gonna get the papers." Or this is Smurfy. Welcome to the fishing channel. I've always seen Smurfy, and I thought he was I don't know, kind of like a more elegant guy going off of Burko's chats. But as soon as I started seeing him in more and more chats, I realized I wasn't. I got the wrong impersonation of Smurfy. I don't know if anyone else noticed in my life today, but it's so serious about staying at the national anthem. They stopped in the middle of the gameplay when the song started on another field. They'll make the players stand or else they don't play and they can go home. I got the ADHD. Murphy's the one in the family that you don't really want to introduce to anybody because you're not sure what he's going to say. That's him. Man, I'm like that person, honestly. Oh man, I don't know if I should say this or not. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. So, I'm gonna paint the picture for you guys. So this is like when I was still in the relationship with my ex. So I'm at my ex's grandma's funeral, right? And I don't know. I have a sense of humor, but sometimes people that don't know me, they don't get the humor. So we're talking to some family members, or we're talking to friends of the deceased, and you know everyone was in the know that this funeral might have not happened on time because they were behind on the cremation of the deceased. And I was trying to liven up the room, I guess. It was a small group, thankfully, but I think I left a bad impression. So we're chatting amongst friends, and we're like, yeah, you know, I heard that they weren't going to have this funeral on time because they didn't cremate her and yeah, they're talking about turning up the temperature to get her to cook faster. That's what I said. I take it back from what I said, but I know that left a bad taste in people's mouths. Yeah, I was like, I heard she wasn't going to make it here on time, and we recommended to bump up the temperature on to get her to burn faster. Set that bitch to broil. I have a vulgar sense of humor. Dude, I would be laughing. I would have to take a while for a minute. Sorry, that makes me an asshole. And the thing was, like, it was funny, but it wasn't, because she was a bigger woman. I feel so bad. May she rest in peace and have an amazing time in heaven. I regret what I said. Thankfully, it wasn't in front of everyone here, but I'm sure word spread quick because no one saw me the same way afterwards. I was like, yeah, she calling and probably telling to bump up the temperature. People will say something and it ignites 10 different thought paths. It really comes out as my response. People end up not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. Save me some grizzle for me. And one time, or a couple of times, what do you call it? So I was at this gay pride thing in Long Beach, because where I used to live on Ocean and Alamitos, it was literally right outside my door. And my roommates were inviting me to come outside, and I was like, okay, like I'll go check it out whenever. And we're standing there in the crowd, and I cracked a joke where it was like, man, this shit gay as fuck. And someone else chimed in and was like, that's the point. I was just literally watching this bunch of like LGBTQ crowds coming through. I was like, man, this shit gay as fuck. And then you hear a gay guy in the distance just yell out, that's the point. They're doing a great job. We were in a group meeting once, and this guy was telling trauma that everyone was serious, and he said something that started tickling. I was trying so hard in the end, but I had to leave. Rest in peace. Our dog killed a rabbit once and left it shredded in the yard. Then my 7-year-old said, well, rest in peace. Pieces. Dark humor is hereditary. Yeah, my girl's dog killed 2 of our chickens the other day. 3 of our chickens, actually. One survived till the next afternoon, and we had just gone to the feed store and bought like pain medication for the chicken and stuff, and didn't make it. I was gonna crack a couple jokes, but I didn't. I feel like that wasn't the place. So I'm maturing. Serious though, I have minor Tourette's, so some of the crap I say is weird, but I laugh. You see me live. I was telling Fishy, I cracked a joke at him. Not my joke, but I told him dark humor is like food and water. Not everyone gets it. Where did Tammy go through? Where did Tammy go during the bombing? Everywhere. Oh my god, it was so bad. What's another one? Oh, if you have immigrant parents that are here illegally, I said my mom kicked me out of the house, so I called ICE on her, and we're both packing our stuff. My granddaughter's gay. His girlfriend doesn't like my sense of humor. She doesn't like my sense of humor. People can be so sensitive nowadays. It's crazy. If comedians had to abide by those rules, you'd have so many Amy Schumers doing stand-up. Like, I think an LGBT community, like comedian, like a stand-up comedy show full of LGBTQ people would just be giving compliments to each other. I don't go to funerals because the way my mind is wired, when I see people cry, I have to make them smile or laugh. As I get older, I realize it's actually diabolical and very unacceptable quality. Yeah, my ex didn't like her grandma at all because she was a very mean and bitter person. But she was sad because she never got to have that closure with her, because she always felt like she was one of the least favorite grandchildren. So they had the vase, the urn, at the ceremony, and at the end I was like, "Yo, so is that her upper half or the lower half? When is the second urn coming in?" Because I would have walked out with my pants from laughing. Yeah, I was literally like, is that the upper half or the lower half? I don't know. They said they had to expedite it. I'm not sure. They bumped the temperature off, or they kind of just scooped the ashes and let the rest burn and sent the rest later. I don't know. If they buried her, they probably would have needed 2 plots for those ashes. She was racist towards me. Okay, guys, leave me alone. She really didn't like me. We're talking about Huntington Beach, California here, guys. If you haven't seen that place in the news, read up on it. Bug Hotel, what's going on? So where did Wyatt Orp come from? I know your name and nowhere close to the same. Okay, so Orp. Orp, as the name itself, it comes from me raising chickens. All right, I'll explain it. Me raising chickens, we have different varieties. We have a blue sex-linked, we have a black Australorp, and then we have buff Orpingtons. Orpingtons are a common breed amongst chickens. They're a breed amongst chickens. So Orpingtons, shortened to Orp, and then me making my channel, it was originally Orp 6025. 6025 used to be an old childhood home address I used to live at. No one lives there anymore, so if you guys try to go search for it, it doesn't exist anymore. It was mowed down and rebuilt. We're talking about Huntington Beach here. They cleared out a lot of those housing communities, and they built high density housing. So Orp 6025, Orp literally meaning a breed of chicken because it's Orpington. 6025 because it was my childhood home address. And then so I was like, well, Orp 6025, like there's not really a lot of pizzazz into it, you know what I mean? So I was like, and I was like, oh, I see Bouncer doing a lot of these like name changes and stuff. So I was like, what can I play with the name Orp? I was like, Saving Private Orp, because I was getting caught up in some shit. People had to come save my ass, right? So Saving Private Orp, that's where I came up with the name. And then I changed it again to make a joke, but I guess I'm just kind of sticking with it for now, I guess. So Wyatt Orp, a Western legend. Orp kind of sounds like Orp. So I was like, I played the name Wyatt Orp. And that's how I got the name, the channel name. Buff Orpingtons, I have a couple there from Belgium. Nice. Yes, Wyatt Orp is a play on Wyatt Orp. But my real name is Uriel Lara. That is my real name. And I do not have my driver's license at the moment, but I do have my passport. See here. Covering up this for you guys. See if you guys can get a good view of that. Let's see here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's Uriel Lara. So yes, I am a real person. Uriel Lara is my real name. We don't need to see if papers are legal. So what's your nationality? So I did my 23andMe. I am half Native American, which is broad, like the Native American extends throughout the Americas, right? So my Native American ancestry is generalized in Mexico, but I have a lot of genealogy, DNA from Spain, Portugal area. But my parents are both from Mexico, from Durango and Guerrero, Mexico. Smurfy. I'm legal, man. Don't worry about it, fool. I got my papers, senor. And then me growing up in Huntington Beach for the entirety of my life kind of drove me away from the typical Mexican accent, I guess. You look Spaniard. I get a lot of people saying a lot of different things, like I look Habibi. I look like I'm Arab for some reason. I guess when I had longer hair, I looked Polynesian. And that's when I was a lot bigger too. I was like 300 pounds with like a long like ponytail bun, and I was just big. I was just like I was like aloha. You were born in East LA? No, bro. I was born in Huntington Beach. Born and raised. Lived there for 21 years. Then I moved to Long Beach, and now I just chill with my girlfriend in LA, and then sometimes I spend the rest of the week over here with my dad. You know, Duke City Fishing, I always hassle him, tell him he can't fish at night because of La Llorona. Nah, bro. Durango sock check Vacto? Nah, bro, I got, let's see here. I'm down with it, fool. Not all the way up, but it's acceptable. I was going off the Cheech and Chong imitation. Socks too low. Need to wear locks too. Shit. I'm not in the hood right now, bro. I'm in San Juan Capistrano at the moment. Now you sound Mexican when you whistled. That's a fighting call. It's a greeting and a fighting call. Nah, but when I do Instacart in LA, I gotta wear neutral clothing. It's not as, I can't say it's not as bad. There's still stuff going on, but people don't pull cars regularly now. Like I'm pulling up in a Ford Focus with no tint. Like, they're not gonna bother me. When walking back through the border to the side, they ask you stuff like where you were born. I'm like, is this a trick question? Because all the stuff on the California side has Spanish names too. Worked on a job site with a bunch of Hispanics, and all you heard was whistle, whistle, whistle. Had no clue what was going on, but they were communicating back and forth. Yeah, bro, that's how we know when to go to lunch. That's how we know we go to lunch. That's how we know there's a fucking problem. We know shit's about to go down, or if it's time to wrap up work. That's how we knew. Crazy, bro. The chocolate goes around the corners. The whistle, hell yeah, that's our catering whistle. It'll tell you where you be and where we're not to be at the same time. When there's eyes, it just fucking, there's no whistle. It's just fucking la migra. Rápido, rápido. Yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. When I lived in Florida, my street was mixed Mexican and Puerto Rican. Best street parties ever. I don't know what they were saying, but I do know we was eating good. Yeah, man. Lots of good food, man. But I'll tell you this. It's not up for debate. There is no other Mexican food, and my brother can account for this. There is no other Mexican food that is compared to either Mexico or California. That is it. Arizona, New Mexico, fucking Texas, bullshit Mexican food. No. Bullshit Mexican food, bro. 100%. You can fight with me all you want about it. Trash, man. Absolute fucking trash. You guys can keep that shit there. What you mean, Taco Bell's and Mexican food? No, it's not. If you can believe it or not, burritos aren't actually Mexican food. Burritos are not Mexican food. They actually, and they were invented somewhere in the U.S. and they gained popularity into Mexico. Tacos al pastor, if you could believe it or not, is not truly Mexican food. They got the yes, it's Mexican food, but you know, if you guys ever been to like a street corner where they have like the little the huge spinning thing and they slice meat off of it, that was actually inspired by the shawarma because there's a lot of immigrants from a lot of Arab countries that migrated to Mexico trying to replicate shawarma, and that's how al pastor was popularized in Mexico, and it took off. But in California, if you want Mexican food, I just go to the Chinese restaurant. Hell yeah, man! That's what I'm telling you, bro. You go to the Chinese restaurant place, there's always an hermano there cooking up the Chinese food. You have you go to a nice fancy steakhouse. You got hermanos over there too, bro. Yeah, burritos might have been invented in Texas. That's why we always go to Chicago. I got family in Chicago, believe it or not. I'm not sure if they're still there, but I got family in Chicago and West Virginia. Chi-town. I was telling Swift and Fishy the other night and they're live. We'll travel like 20, 30 minutes on the highway. It'll be the best you've ever eaten. Maybe because Chicago sounds like Chicano. Oh yeah, bro. I was just joking with my brother because once he moved up to Maine, I was like, bro, you did it, man. You finished the conquest of Americas, bro. We're coast to coast now. I don't blame my brother, man. He took the longest possible way away from home, besides Alaska and Hawaii. He gave a reason not to come down as often. He was like, "Yeah, I'm in Maine. I can't do anything." They were talking about fishing the Kenosha Harbor. It's not far from them there at all. Awesome. I was in El Paso party with the guys I worked with. They said I was an adopted beaner. Oh yeah, bro, you're invited to the carne asada, bro. Congratulations. You're an honorary Hispano. Everyone that's modded is invited to the cookout for show. Just don't put raisins in the potato salad, please, and thank you. See here something real quick. Man, I haven't done shit with my passport, bro. The only place I've ever been to was Costa Rica for an AP environmental science class where we went to different parts of Costa Rica and we're doing essentially kind of ecotourism there. We did some turtle research projects in, I believe it's called Tortuga Peninsula. And that's about it. So the proof, if you guys want it, little Costa Rican stamp. Yeah, that was in June 15, 2016. And that's the only stamp there is. I did go to Mexico, though. I think a year after the Costa Rica trip to go finally visit my grandma down in Durango. And that was a great time. I had like the runs for like 3 days. Because I wasn't accustomed to the food there. And if you think Taco Bell is bad, man, TMI, Mexico, you eat the food there for the first 3 days, you're adapting. I want to go to Maine someday, the farthest north I've ever been is Boston, Salem, Massachusetts, 10 out of 10. Don't recommend Boston, but put Salem on your bucket list. Salem was boring as hell for me. White people don't really do that. You didn't like it, Smurfy? Lexi's talking about doing something like that for AP class, going to the Bahamas to study fish. I'm like, bro, can you carry your gun? Because she shoots. She's like that. I don't think so. It was just a lot of people doing nothing. Maybe it was when I went. That's crazy. I heard Boston has like a ton of graveyards. Like there'd be parks where graveyards are. Like there'd be like bodies and bodies below these like playgrounds. I went in October for Halloween. It was awesome. I won't go back in October, but I'm going back. That's awesome. Alright guys, I'm getting kind of tired and I kind of got to use the restroom, so I'm going to wrap up the live. It was awesome talking to you guys. Hopefully this kind of gave some sort of clarity to the situation. Went a little off topic, but it's all good. Did the stream too, just for the shits of it, and trying to get accustomed to talking on the camera and being comfortable with it. So this is all a learning lesson for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully Burko goes live soon, and we'll chat there. I'm not sure if we will, but Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let me read this chat for real quick. Bro, can I send you pictures of Boston Jewish Cemetery? Coolest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, go ahead. Using a TP so it don't break. Yeah, man, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to put my ointment, my ointment cream that Fat Cat and Smurfy have mentioned. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Outdoor fam, Smurf, Turner, Fat Cat, Turner. Wolf. Oh, the missus is calling too, so I'll catch up.